Hey, good day to you. Today I wanted to speak about social media consumption and what it actually does to us. I mean, it's very obvious that all the world, including this, is into social media, has some sort of way of connecting with it, and there's barely any escape of it, or any. It's very hard to disconnect, is what I'm trying to say. And this message of being careful or more mindful of how much you use it and how you use it, um, and it not letting it use you is like something that I also need to hear. That's why I'm putting out this message, because I think maybe you could use it, maybe you need to hear this, because I definitely need to hear this a lot of times. And even like a few years back, I was very aware of the fact that I sometimes spend a lot of time watching videos. And when I look back, I think there's been so many hours in my life where I watched things I can't even remember, that didn't add any benefit to my life, that just sucked my attention into this screen where you're watching this right now. And even not that long ago, I was still like, sometimes you have a lazy day and you're watching, and then you don't get as much things done, and then that builds up frustrations or feeling of you didn't accomplish what you're actually doing, and your goals seem to get farther away. So yeah, even though I'm still not perfect at this, sometimes I also forget the time, but I have gotten a lot better, and I'm still working on distancing myself from this, be it not using the phone out in public, only maybe for calls or listening to music, or even just purposely disconnect, go out without your phone. I mean, it's so simple, right? Like, so many people know it's actually not that good for you, but if you walk out in the street, you see most people still are sucked into their devices. Even if you go into a store, today it happened to me, you want to buy a drink or something, and the cashier isn't even paying attention because he's sucked into his telephone. And it's quite dystopian, but it's the reality we live in right now. I don't think it's generally good or bad. I think it's just not healthy for us. And for me personally, I can only speak that that is not how I want to spend so much of my time and attention and energy, being glued to a screen, but being much more conscious of what I consume. For example, if you see stupid videos or random stuff that just sucks your attention, that you don't need to know, like drama about celebrities, about different people, like who cares about their life, what they did? It's just like sensationalized stories, so you can get mad at it or waste your time watching it. So there's like ways on social media, right, where you can like actively click that you don't want to see content like that. But even still, like, I don't know how this whole algorithm works. There will always be ways how the trash content is gonna find its way to you to catch your attention, because like realistically the people benefit from having your attention on it. That's how they get money, how that's how all our subconsciouses in the world are moved and controlled in some sort of way. So that's why I'm saying it's super difficult to disconnect. But that's even more the reason why I think it's so important to actually consciously disconnect from it and use it instead of letting it use you, what is also the title of the video. And I know it's not a groundbreaking message. I don't say that I have all the answers, but I just, as I said, wanted to share this message with you. Also remind myself, keep myself accountable, that I don't fall into this trap over and over again. And maybe, who knows, you just needed to hear this or be confronted by it. And hopefully I could have made some sort of impact in making you think at least how you spend your precious time, because realistically we don't know how much time we have on here. And I mean, I don't know for you, I can't speak for you, but me personally, I would rather be alive, fill my life with fullness, with richness, with experiences, instead of just being glued and focusing all my attention and the huge capabilities of my mind on a little screen. So that's also a reason why I'm doing this right now. As I said maybe in the last video, also having like a different attitude towards consumption and creation, or not just being blindly consuming everything and only consuming, but having a more of a balance, or even try to create more instead of just consuming, because that's how all the ideas in your mind are shaped. And if there's no space for your own ideas or divine inspiration, for example, because all the time you're just like occupied, all the time input, and I think it's good to embrace boredom, like doing nothing, letting those inspirations arise. That's also something I'm doing more recently, and I've already seen how it helps me. And yeah, just doing, just creating, letting the space be for ideas, or also just act on those ideas. Like everyone has amazing ideas, but it's a difference if you really act on those ideas or let them collect dust on the shelf. And I've been doing that for way too long. And of course I've also been doing things, but I feel like I have a lot more potential to act on those ideas and realize them and manifest them the same way for you. So I think in those types of videos where I want to talk about different things, I don't want to be like an authoritative person that lectures you or says like, yeah, I have all the answers, follow me to like have the best life, and I show you how to have the how to have the perfect life. But just, you know, being eye to eye with you and sharing my experiences, sharing thoughts that I'm thinking about recently that I think that can help someone else, that could have helped my younger self, that are still helping me. Like, as I said, I'm still in the process. I'm not perfect with this. I still consume. I'm lazy sometimes, but just having that reminder, actively working on it, and not let yourself become like a zombie that has no autonomy over your own ideas, over your creative pursuits and whatever. So yeah, I think that's basically it. I didn't have any notes. I don't know if I forgot something, but I hope you liked this little message and it helped you in some way or another. And I think we'll see each other soon. So thank you for your attention, and goodbye.